Hey there, it's Steve, and Dan shared this on the InterPrep discussion forum. Just wondering if anyone else does a quote of the day. We do it very early on the other side of a spot break. I tease the person going into the break. Our program director says if we had a consultant, they would tell us to dump it, but at remotes and such, listeners specifically mentioned they like it. So Dan, thanks first of all for the topic and the discussion forum. I love a good quote or inspirational, and so do a lot of your listeners. We have them on coffee mugs and calendars and kitchen wall hangings. Many of us have quotes scrolling on our computer screensavers. Now, I've not heard how Dan executes his quote of the day feature, but these are my thoughts. Like celebrity birthdays, talent coaches and consultants don't particularly like benchmarks like a quote of the day because they are so often presented dead on arrival, meaning the radio personality shares the feature with no planned follow-up or direction. Plus, these features are treated as fillers on a radio show that's trying to load 16 breaks. If a consultant or a programmer questions your use of celebrity birthdays or a quote of the day, it's because the feature is not being properly executed. But that doesn't mean it should be dropped. So let's first talk about celebrity birthdays. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, let's say he turns 58. That's on your birthday list. It's not very interesting by itself. What is interesting is that Amazon launched in 1995 in Seattle, and just 2 years later, Bezos personally delivered his company's 1 millionth order to a customer in Japan. What was that 1 millionth order? I'll tell you coming up in 2 minutes. Now let's talk about Dan and quote of the day. Give me liberty or give me death. That's an important historical quote, but it doesn't connect with what's going on in your listeners' lives. One that will connect comes from author and speaker Brene Brown. Choose the great adventure of being brave and afraid at the exact same time. This quote will touch listeners who are battling cancer, pondering a job change, ending a marriage, or any number of struggles that we all face. When searching for a quote of the day, resist the urge to say yes with a period when you find the right one. Instead, find a quote that makes you want to say yes, and I remember a time in my life when blank. You see, while Brown's quote will uplift and encourage listeners, it's also one which can connect you with them. Prior to the quote, you could share a past or current personal struggle and offer Brown's words as something that you rely on for a boost. Same goes for a celebrity birthday. Sharing that Jeff Bezos is 58 and that his 1 millionth customer lives in Japan, that's pretty good on its own, but try using yes and to take it a step further by sharing the first thing you purchased on Amazon, or the worst thing, or the silliest thing. This could be the start of a relatable social media or phone topic. Now, as I said, Jeff launched Amazon in 1995, and just 2 years later, its founder personally delivered his company's 1 millionth order to a customer in Japan, and that customer was hand-delivered a Windows NT manual and a Princess Diana biography. I'm Steve. We do show prep at InterPrep.com, and I'd like to send you some free every Monday through Friday. So sign up at InterPrep.com. Have a great show, and I'll talk to you soon.